So I promised I would do a review on this bike. This is a 2016 Kawasaki ZX10R. So let me start by saying it is freezing cold. It's December. As you can see, there's snow. Melted for the most part. But I wanted to do a review because I had this bike now a year. I got it December 26, 2015. Of course, I didn't do any riding until it was warm enough to. Let's do walk around. Only added just a few little items, some carbon fiber. You got the mud flap extender. Got some green accents. Added a green mirror, and also the windshield screen. Some carbon fiber piece I just put on. Tank. I did get it flashed. It's been tuned with a custom map. Haven't really had a lot of time to check that out though, because it's been cold. And as you can see, I still has the factory muffler on there. That'll be getting upgraded. And I replaced the seats. Nice custom seats here. So I just brought it out for a minute here because it's cold, and I gotta replace my tag. Got my license plate covered up there. But I just wanted to do a quick review of this beautiful bike. For me, I am 5'5", so for me it fits me comfortably. Suspension on this bike is very, very good. It's plush over harsh terrain. When I ride in some areas, it can be pretty rough, but over potholes it holds its own pretty good. The transmission is smooth. The overall ride quality is smooth, even after the reflash. It's not rough. I've rode some people's bikes, and after their reflash, you know, when you ride in the city, their bikes are pretty rough. Well, this bike is still smooth. Also still have the adjustability on it, so that's what I like about it too. What else I like about this bike? I probably like more things about it than I don't like about it. It's easy to ride. Once I replaced, or I shouldn't say replace, once I removed the restrictions off this bike, it's like crazy now. Once I remove this muffler, it's gonna be even better. But the horsepower and the torque kicks in like much sooner in the RPMs. For me, it's a comfortable ride, I guess, because of my height. It's supposed to be suited more for, or geared more towards the track, and it supposedly fit taller riders a little bit better than the previous model. I don't know how that is, because I would say below average. I'm 5'5". The average person, the average male is about 6 feet. That's about average. I'm 5'5", but if you go to Japan, of course, the average height is actually probably lower than 5'5". It's probably more closer to 5'2". So it suits me well. It's comfortable, especially on long distance. I don't have any complaints there. I did have a Panigale 1299S for a short time, and I like that bike as well, but I didn't like how that bike sat. Also, insurance was pretty expensive. So I ended up getting rid of that bike. I still liked it, but it just didn't appeal to me like this bike. For the quality, for the performance, I think this bike is unmatched. You get a quick shifter, you get over it's over 200 horsepower. Now that's at the crank, of course. It's actually rated at 210. I've heard between 210 and 207, so I'm gonna go with 207 at the crank. Now that's prior to it being flash. After it's flash, I've seen anywhere from as low as 180 at the rear wheel, 186 at the rear wheel, to 202 at the rear wheel on the dyno. Now, of course, that depends on what dyno you use and everything like that. But I've rode, I've rode other bikes. I've rode the Aprilia RSV4. I like that bike. It fit me pretty well. It was pretty stiff, but of course, I don't know, was that bike set up for the rider or just factory? But it was a good bike. It just didn't have that oomph for me. It just didn't. It didn't feel like it was extra spectacular. This bike, I would say, the ZX10R, once you remove the restrictions, it's got that like wow factor. It just does it for me. Also, just the ride and the rideability, the aerodynamics of it. It's just an all-around like good sport bike. It's set up for the track. It is very adjustable. The adjustability of it, when I play with the suspension, and I could tell just the little tweaks that I did makes a major difference. The brakes are good on this. It's got Brembo brakes and master cylinder. Brake handle's always been real tight too. So it stops the bike really good. I like the seating of it, how it sits. I'm gonna probably try to finish. I'll do a part 2 just to go into more detail. Just because it's so cold right now. I just came from New Orleans and it was in the 70s, and to come back home and now it's like in the 30s. And let's see what I got on here. This is what I got on. So just a hat, no helmet, sunglasses. I don't live too far from here, so this is a small jacket, and I got some gloves. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick review. I'm pleased with it. There are a few things that you can do to it to make it better. I like the tires on here. The tires are Bridgestone Battle Axe RS10s. To me, they last pretty good. There is, I think, probably 1 or 2 tires, the Pirelli in particular, that's a little more stickier, but it doesn't last as long. So you're going to pay more for it to stick a little better, but you don't have they don't last as long. So that's what you're giving up. So I'm going to go ahead and just end this right here, but I'm pretty pleased with this bike. Like I said, I've rode other bikes, as well, and to me, just this bike, it fits me. Like the front of it. There's another adjustment I have to do, because there's a flap in here for the intake that you can undo, and what that does is stop it from closing. This works as a ram air, so you actually get better, you get more horsepower. Of course, faster you go, more air it sucks in. Also have a race